Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League truly is one of the most disappointing disasters I've ever had the displeasure of talking about on this channel. I absolutely loved the Arkhamverse. I loved our Batman, and they killed him off. They didn't care about respecting him or respecting the world that they had built up or respecting the fans that they had garnered for years and years and years. And of course, Rocksteady this month is busy posting about Pride, but they are also posting today about how it's been 10 years since the release of Batman Arkham Knight and how they haven't changed since then, and people are wrecking them. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, one thing that bothers me so much is when modern day companies look back upon their company and they also claim those achievements, because this company, along with many now, are shells of the entities that they once were. The veterans in the industry who used to be part of these teams who made amazing games like Arkham City or Arkham Asylum are not part of modern day Rocksteady. It is filled to the brim now with activists who do not know how to create entertainment. They only know how to destroy our beloved franchises. And I feel personally that the Arkhamverse was hit the hardest because of Kill the Justice League. It was such an abysmal game. It was so disappointing, and they deserve all of the backlash that they have gotten. And, well, they're posting about the 10-year anniversary, and they are getting wrecked for it. So, they had said 10 years ago today, we released Batman Arkham Knight. No, you didn't release Arkham Knight. Good developers released Arkham Knight. Passionate people released Arkham Knight. Amazing creators created Arkham Knight. But it says, thanks to everyone who joined us in Gotham City at launch and to the millions who've played and stayed since then. Even Arkham Knight had a lot of problems. I mean, it was pretty broken at release, and I know that they did spend a lot of time fixing it, and it's a pretty good game. It's personally the weakest link in my opinion, just because of the Batmobile, and I mean, Nightfall Protocol was fantastic, though of course that's a little sad, but it is still the weakest link, and I'm only counting the 4 games. I am not counting Kill the Justice League. That is not canon in my opinion, and since I haven't played Arkham Shadows yet, I can't give my opinion on that, though I've heard it is still very good. And of course, Rocksteady this month is busy posting about Pride and making it aware that they know how to virtue signal still. I mean, their profile picture is, of course, the absolute just rainbow, whatever you want to call it, compilation. It's not even really a flag at this point. It's just a bunch of colors and a bunch of symbols mashed together. Though their bio also says the home of Rocksteady Studios, hashtag Black Lives Matter, and hashtag Pride. Nobody really cares about that. Nobody's really worried about that, though funny enough, they haven't been active on social media. It had been since September 23rd, 2024 that they actually posted on the official Rocksteady Studios X account, which is pretty mind-blowing to me personally. I didn't even realize it had been that long, but the bio update is new and the profile picture is new, and well, this post is new, and they are getting raked across the coals for literally all of it. This is like me failing at life and telling everyone my dad was successful. Y'all stink now. Hypnotic is pointing out the rainbow flag. You mean former staff released it, and after 10 years you haven't been able to recapitalize on your previous successes. I wonder why. Yeah, KTJL, for all intents and purposes, should have been a giant release. It should have made them a boatload of money because they had so much love and nostalgia, and it had been so many years since the last game, and well, they failed to capitalize on that. I mean, it is a disaster. As of right now, over on Steam, it has 80 people in game, and the all-time peak at release was only 13,459, which is terrible. I mean, if we go over to, I don't know, Arkham City, for example, how many people are playing? 787. Let's talk about Arkham Knight, the game that they're boasting about right now. 1,893. That's because these games are significantly better. And by the way, the all-time peak on Arkham Knight is almost double at 27,406. Such a good game. All the Arkham games, except for KTJL, are good. And I'm also not counting Gotham Knights because technically that's not part of the Arkhamverse, whatever. I can't believe that they canceled the Damian Wayne game to make Gotham Knights, which, hey, wasn't the worst game that I've ever played, but it definitely was not even close to being the best. I'm still just very saddened by this entire situation, though. I mean, of course, we know that Rocksteady is a shell of the company they once were. You know, I don't see a way that they could ever get back to those glorious golden days. I don't see a way that they could ever be remembered for games that they're creating now, like Kill the Justice League. Well, I guess they are sort of remembered for them because of the abysmal experiences that they put out. I mean, I guess technically we're remembering them just for the wrong reasons. I used to love Rocksteady. The Arkhamverse is one of my favorite quadrilogies of games of all time, and it is heartbreaking to see this happen. I mean, we know that they had suffered layoffs as the Arkham studio continued to feel the results of the Sweet Baby Inc. infected Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Yeah, maybe they shouldn't have gone for ethical communist Zoe Lawton. They shouldn't have gone for gender swapped and race swapped lesbian Mrs. Freeze. They shouldn't have gone for fighting the patriarchy feminist Harley Quinn. They shouldn't have gone for teenage Greta Thunberg Ivy. Like, every decision they made with this game was a bad one, and that sucks to see. Rocksteady, once heralded as the visionary developer behind the Batman Arkham series, has suffered yet another blow in its decline, with reports of end-of-year layoffs in 2024 caused by its Sweet Baby Inc. infected failed live service co-op shooter Kill the Justice League. Yeah, I mean, live service is honestly the least of this game's problems, and that is insane to say. Live service, we don't even need to point that out to trash this game. We also know that David Haddad had resigned as Kill the Justice League. Fallout had decimated Warner Brothers gaming division. This also was paired with the failure of multiverses. So we're just talking about failure after failure after failure after failure. And well, now it seems that their biggest worry is making sure their profile pictures are updated with pride. From this to Kill the Justice League, it's absolutely insane that they went from still such a very good game, even though it's the weakest link in my opinion, it's still so fantastic. I know there's people who would say Arkham Asylum is the weakest link because it's the oldest, but it set the tone for the entire series. It was the foundation, so I still love it, even slightly more than Arkham Knight. But it's crazy to think that they went from Knight to KTJL. It just goes to show that the activists working in the industry are not good at all whatsoever, and they should have never gotten these jobs in the first place. And I say this all the time. I should be able to play a game made by anyone. I should not see or feel any undertones of your personal political beliefs in the product you are creating. And unfortunately, you know, we definitely saw that happen with something like Kill the Justice League. I should not be able to tell that you are a raging feminist loser, a person who is more worried about, you know, reading the news instead of making a game. But that definitely happened here. I mean, you could tell that this was made by activists from the initial teasers and trailers, which sucks. And you'll never be able to make another game like it with your modern priorities. I bet most of the designers who worked on it left. Yeah, there's no co-founders of Rocksteady there anymore. None of those original Arkhamverse visionaries are there anymore. And this is why they are taking steps back. Instead of going forward, because they backed themselves into a corner, they are going back to the beginning. They are doing an Arkham Asylum remake, as far as I am aware. Of course, take it with a grain of salt, but from what I have been told by insiders, that is what they are working on currently, because of course they're desperate for money. KTJL failed so spectacularly, they need to find other ways to make a few bucks, and that's their latest and greatest idea. So yeah, right now they are being absolutely raked across the coals by gamers, and you love to see it. This post in only a couple of hours is already at 817,000 views. It's got thousands of comments, thousands of reposts from people trolling them. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.